Hola, it is I, Chibi Moo, and welcome back to part 2 of The Forgotten City. Now, I'm going to do this again in case, but dear content creators, as you discover, this game is full of intrigue and plot twists. Please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the white hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves if they wish to. Sincerely, the modern storyteller team. So, if you're interested in this game, I'm gonna read out every episode. But if you're interested in the game, please play it for yourselves and not just watch me. Or please, if you're gonna watch me or someone else, know that you're going in and things will be spoiled. But if you're not interested in playing the game and you still want to know what happens, continue watching away. So, now that I've read that, spoiler warning please listen to it. We'll continue. Last episode we we met a few people. We met a really shady guy. And someone's died. So does that mean the wall was broken? Because she was poisoned. So someone purposely did that to her. So I might have already come here too late. But at the same time, it might be me who does it because someone's whispering in my ear to do crimes. Someone's saying I'll guide you, but someone also said take it and run. So someone wants me to fail. I don't think it's the gods. I think the actual people, the statues, are talking to me. Are telling me to do something. To ruin this livelihood. To ruin this city. And that's not good. Something's wrong if someone is doing something like that. Or maybe they're just trying to make it end earlier because there is just no way of living on this place. You know? Nice empty room, mate. Wish I could punch you in the face.
I'm guessing that Promethean fire's not for sale.
No. I think that's carved in, mate, not painted.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil.
Virgil!
You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death? I wish we could have met under better circumstances.
What's your story?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome.
Are we not in line?
That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
So it's that old.
I'm not sure. It could mean that the Romans, who first started building here, were just copying Greek architecture, which they do all the time.
Yeah.
Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans
Are they
arrived.
the first civilization that
Which
died?
begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell. Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Oh. You like men?
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
I'm sorry to hear
Nice
that.
of you to say, but not necessary.
It's still gonna be
In any
nice.
case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong. It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too. The strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself.
It's not me, I'm
I've
new here.
never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists. Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule. What? Really?
Okay, so
didn't
everyone's a
expect that.
sinner here.
But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll see what I can. I'm gonna enter your house.
This area is private. Please leave.
Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for a sin that destroys us all? Virgil, I know who you are and what you want. Turn away from this path before we all suffer for your sins. Oh, he's the weapons maker. The blacksmith.
Make sure you stay away from that empty shrine. It's going to collapse at any moment.
What, the one I'm about to walk into? Oh.
Help! You have to do something! A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the golden rule. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere.
Okay.
I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over. Hear what? What? We don't have time for this. I have to go. What? Why? All right, fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful. Fabia, but now's not the time.
Nice to meet you, Fabia. Right, someone doesn't want me to go in there. Oh my god, Can you hear that? There we go. I can't believe I just did that. Oh. Hello? Oh, I like it. Excuse me. Wait, this is where I was at the beginning. Oh, okay.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest.
Not the first time I've
Is
heard
that
that.
understood?
Yes.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place?
We're just a small community.
A small community.
There's like 20
I
people
was
here.
told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult.
You got it wrong. We're not cultists.
You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret?
We're not key.
So you admit you're not allowed to leave. Threatening me is not going to help you, but in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me.
You're gonna be
And I
stuck
saw
here
the
as well.
inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe? You've clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues? You lot are practicing human sacrifice too.
Oh my god, so
You
just let me
people
explain.
disgust me.
Oh, fuck you.
Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists, there's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius is. Do not waste it. Very well. Here's what I know. He's a 40 to 50-year-old man with distinctive eyes, one green and one blue. He's also known to have delusions of grandeur. The Emperor says he and his cult, your cult, are responsible for starting the fire which burnt half of Rome to the ground and killed thousands in the process.
Okay. But how would he know that? Because if he says the gods told me to do it or told me to tell you that, then you're a hypocrite because you're believing your emperor over us. Well, yeah.
All I know, all I care about, is that the Emperor believes he is guilty and wants him dead. The details are not my concern. This is your last chance. Are you going to tell me where he is or not? Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words?
Jesus Christ,
Aha,
lady.
I knew it. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quinctius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh my god, they're actually coming to life.
Stop right there.
Yep.
Thank you for your...
How'd you do? Very well.
Oh no, he's gonna fucking die. Oh no, he's gonna...
Curse you, Countess.
I will take that, thank you.
You there. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg.
Yeah.
With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested? Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not? Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not really.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you know what. Oh, gods no. If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure.
Why'd you
Here's what I
suggest it?
propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade.
But she'll
But
know.
make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Why can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
That's really it.
So, are you in, partner?
If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline. If you don't like action... Oh, I do not like horror. I'm gonna pass.
Are you sure? Last chance. Ugh, fine. Stay poor and ignorant forever then.
I'm sorry, that's just not my thing. I'm trying to steal it.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I've met you.
She needs the... What? Yulia? Hopefully in a moment she should be able to breathe normally.
Yeah.
That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Don't ask me.
Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no, that was like the gods hearing my prayers and You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned. In the meantime,
We go now.
That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Go. I don't.
You're not interested.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Don't
There's
even
that great
ask.
temple up there on the bluff. I bet it's worth a...
You're toying with me, right? Wait. You're a bit like Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again.
Okay,
For
fuck
all-
you.
Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over
Okay,
and over.
cool. Yes, I'm one of
Tantalus
them.
was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to so I'll tell you. Anytime, friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.